Fernando es un buen amigo y buen artista. Y mi amigo, eso no tiene que yo no tengo nada en contra de él, pero un mal administrador. Entonces, por eso tenemos que tener una persona, una organización capacitada, sumamente capacitada, para traer dinero ahí, para sacar la escuela, rentar el ballroom, que el ballroom era para crear dinero para mantener la organización Sal y Cruz. Y así está planificado. Quiero darle paso. Si ustedes chequean la Constitución de Julia de Burgos, está todo especificado, porque la escuela está bien. Yo me quedé callado por la escuela porque es una fuente de traer dinero para que se mantenga Julia de Burgos. Pero la escuela se puede sacar de ahí y traer dinero, poner un equipo de gente a hacer presupuestos para que traiga dinero para mantener ese sitio y darle oportunidad a todas las organizaciones que están aquí en el barrio.
Good evening. My name is Mike Carbone. I've been a resident since I was born of East Harlem. Some of you like me, some of you don't. Okay. This is my outside voice. We're being betrayed here. Brothers are being turned against brother. Citizens are being turned against citizens. If we want to know the truth, give me 2 minutes. This is not an issue about our council member or the people that might have an interest in the Taller. We're being disrespected constantly by the city. EDC, Economic Development Corporation, came to a Taller, put down certain facts, certain agreements as they saw, and threatened them by taking away their space. Simple and straight. There was no negotiation, there was no discussion. They came and said, take it or leave it.
Was the fact legal or illegal?
We don't know.
Then
because there have been, well, there have been a lot of accusations, allegations, all right? There have been assassinations, political assassinations of character, okay? And what's happening here is we're being fooled, or they think we're being fooled. We elected our city council person to represent us, not to take sides with the city, all right, and see where others could be coming in. There are many, many little points. The 125th Street Fire Station is being threatened to be taken away from us. It all falls in. La Marqueta, who was it leased to? Anyone? But you gave him an opportunity. I'm just asking for the same opportunity. I'm just trying to connect the dots here. All I'm trying to do, sir, is just connect the dots. Because I don't like.
Keep going, come on.
I don't like. If Fernando has been a bad administrator, then it should be the councilwoman's responsibility. I'm not attacking, I'm just stating, to get someone to bring in some kind of management, okay, course, to teach him, teach the others how to run it. Not take it away from him. These people have been here 50 years.
You seem to be misinformed, Mr. Carbone, okay?
So inform us.
I am in total agreement with what the city is doing. Because what has been requested of the city comes out of after extensive consultations that I have had throughout this community for the 5 years that I've been representing it. Okay? I don't know if you noticed, I'm a very hands-on legislator.
Yes, you are.
I'm in the community.
Yes, you are.
I'm having conversations day in, day out.
Yes, you
I
are.
hear the concerns people have, and it is my responsibility as a leader in this community to take that information and ensure that I represent the community's interest in everything that I do, and that is what I am doing here.
Has Fernando,
That is what I am doing here.
Has Fernando been involved in any of those conversations?
Okay? If concerns have been expressed, they've been expressed.
But has Fernando
So I would
and
like
the
the
other...
conversation to go back to the opportunity that we have before
It's your meeting.
which is to
You want to hear it or you don't?
envision the space as it was originally intended to be a thriving cultural center that has ongoing programming. We've heard already some good ideas, and this information is going to be, the expectation is that the respondents to this RFEI will incorporate...
May I finish my statement? Thank you. The issue is that there's been poor management, okay? And if that's the issue that's been put out in the community, okay? And as you can see, brother against brother, okay? There are not too many of us left in this community to be fighting each other, okay? There are a few of us every day. If Fernando needs management augmentation, then I'm asking the city council person to make that known to EDC, and rather than trying to displace El Taller or take away space by space by space, because the ultimate goal is to dismantle El Taller. That is the truth.
No, it's not. Most certainly is. Most certainly is. And if you don't know, that's what you're doing.
And I'm founder and director of a classical music concert series that gives concerts and also goes to schools to present classical music as played by minority artists. Very difficult task to do. Sell classical music, number one, and to sell classical music played by minority artists, because a lot of people in the mainstream of classical music still look upon it as free. We don't belong there. We do. That aside, I also, like my brother here, was involved in trying to get space in that building, and I was very enthused about it, and I even was told, I was visited, and I filled out all the paper, and I went upstairs to see the room that was possibly mine, so I could move my organs from my apartment, where I save rent for my organization, to that, and it never happened. It just sort of disappeared. We were told, well, other plans were made, so we were aced out. Like a lot of other organizations in our community, we just kept going. And so now I feel that I want to follow up. I downloaded the application. I downloaded it immediately to look at it, and I want to fill it out, and I want to see what possibilities there are for our concerts to be a part of the cultural development of that center and of that hall. And I want to say, I'm very old. I'm looking good, but I'm old. I was born on 116th Street. My first piano lesson was on 116th Street, where before all those stores were there. On the ground floor of one of those buildings was Maria Luisa Leconte, who was a very fantastic Puerto Rican concert pianist. She was my first teacher. So I feel that we've always had classical music here, and our children have always studied it. And I think that classical music is very much a part of our community, no matter what the mainstream says. And so I'm very interested and enthused by this opportunity to go ahead and start.
I would like to give you some information, okay? When that building was made, and it was made by EDC, okay, which is economic development. So, my name is Melissa Mark-Viverito. Carlos Osorio and Rafael Trujillo were the ones that founded Taller Boricua. Myself and Fernando and Marcos. No, it's okay, it's okay. Let me explain you something about, you gotta understand process and the city and money. Okay, a building like that takes a lot of money. EDC was the one instrumental, okay, in trying to get the groups in there. What happened? A lot of the groups didn't have the money, and because they didn't have the money, they were not able to get in. It had nothing to do with the art. The Department of Cultural Affairs is the one that certifies the groups and the artists to see if what they're doing goes with the space. Then it also takes on the politics, okay? So a lot of the groups couldn't come in because of money, because of space. If Taller has been in there because we were approved, we had the money, and we've been paying rent for 14 years. It hasn't been free. We don't manage the Julia de Burgos. The Julia de Burgos is supposed to have, a board on itself that was put in there by the council as cash during those years. Implemented by Dinkins, okay? EDC was supposed to pass the building over to the Department of Cultural Affairs. Ninfa Segarra, when she saw that we were going to lose the other rooms in the second floor, the 2 floors are the main floors that are being taken by the school. The school is a charter, it's a private enterprise run by Columbia and Teachers College. When she saw that they were going to bring in groups from outside of the city, because eventually that's what's going to happen. They're going to give it to the best person who can afford it, okay? If that's what's going to happen. What's going to happen? If you don't have the money and you can't get in there, they're not going to get you in there. So wait a second. The Department of Cultural Affairs is going to certify at the end of the day who goes in there and who doesn't go in there. Let me explain something to you. It has to do with the rent. Ninfa Segarra went and got the school to go in there to freeze it so that for a couple of years, get prepared so that this happens now. All you groups should be in there. Everybody, all the artists and organizations, Eva Belao with her group, whatever, Marcial groups, whoever groups is there, Taina, everybody should be in there making, I agree with the council board, it's not utilized completely because the 2 floors, the school has it, okay? The school needs to move and we need to get in there. Now, what's going to happen with these groups that need money to pay the rent to get in there?
Who runs the building?
The building is run by EDC.
Does Fernando run that
It's
building?
not Fernando and it's Taller Boricua.
Everybody should understand.
Everybody should understand. Our non-profit and the board that we have worked very hard for 40 years to bring in those spaces the programs that you have had for the community. It was not the Julia de Burgos and it was nobody else.
Right. Just to clarify and to make sure we keep the eye on what the opportunity we have here tonight, which is to speak from the community side the vision that we have for the space that is going to be led, disposed of by EDC or what have you. And I have a copy of the summary that has been put out by EDC, which says EDC is seeking qualified individuals, companies, or organizations to operate, provide programs, and maintain a theater and event space located in the Julia de Burgos Latino Cultural Center collective. It's only speaking about part of the building that has a theater and a second floor space.
That's how America
Space that
started.
we're talking about tonight.
Part of the country, and then we took over the mid. Okay, and then we took over the west, part of the space.
What is the qualified?
We have an opportunity.
Mike,
Voice vision for this space that is being proposed. So I have 1, 2, 1 go back here, and then I'll then 4 back there. Yes.
I'm not even tall enough to be blacklisted.
My name is Gary Bond from the